This week, there are several special elections. Democrats say they are optimistic they can win. They predict voter backlash to President Trump's aggressive executive action 2 months into his second term. Now, one of these elections is technically nonpartisan, but there are clear ideological divisions. The race for a seat on Wisconsin's Supreme Court. We repeatedly invited both candidates to join us. Judge Brad Schimel accepted. I started by asking him why he thinks there's so much national attention on his race.
If you told me any of this 16 months when I first got into this race, I would have laughed. But what's happened is my opponent got caught by the New York Times, of all places, with an email that went out to national billionaire donors that said, come onto a Zoom call and we'll teach you how taking the Wisconsin Supreme Court can change 2 Republican congressional seats into Democrat congressional seats. And then earlier in the week, last week, our House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, got caught saying the same thing, that we have to win this race because we can turn these Republican congressional seats into Democrat congressional seats. That has tipped off all this money. My opponent has gotten money from all across America, and 4 out of 5 of her donors don't even live in Wisconsin.
Well, and you know, her accusation back towards you is that there's a lot of money that's flowed in from Elon Musk and that he's got a case involving Tesla that could potentially come before the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I want to play a little bit of what she said in your debate that was earlier this month.
It is no coincidence that Elon Musk started spending that money within days of Tesla filing a lawsuit in Wisconsin.
2 quick questions.
He's trying to buy access and influence by buying himself a justice on the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
2 quick questions.
So how do you respond to that? And would you recuse from a case involving Elon Musk, given the amount of money he's poured into support efforts for your campaign?
I don't control any of the spending from any outside group, whether it's Elon Musk or anyone else that has an organization spending money in this race. I've run a 72-county race in Wisconsin. I've campaigned in every county for 16 months. I'm not running for anything for Elon Musk or any other person. And frankly, the only thing that anyone, including President Trump and his endorsement of my campaign, all he asked of me was, Brad, do you reject activist judges? Are you going to follow the law? That's exactly what I've committed to anybody, whether it's President Trump, Elon Musk, or any donors or supporters or voters in Wisconsin. That's my commitment. And in terms of recusing, I'll look at the lawsuit. If I have a problem that I can't be objective in that case, then I'll recuse from the case. I don't know what the lawsuit says right now. It deals with Wisconsin automobile franchising laws. It's interesting that I'm actually the one who defended Wisconsin law as Attorney General, and I give a heavy presumption of constitutionality to Wisconsin statutes, which is what they're entitled to under the law. So if he's thinking he's supporting the person that's going to strike down statutes left and right, he's supporting the wrong candidate.
Quickly, I want to ask you about your background as a prosecutor and a judge. Your opponent had this to say also at the debate. She said that you've given dozens of people convicted of crimes like domestic violence, sexual assaults, and abuse of children short jail sentences or no jail sentences at all. And she said many of them went on to reoffend. Can you quickly answer that?
Yeah, here's a new thing: liberals lying in campaigns. My opponent has given terrible sentences in sex offender cases. Every case that she cited in an ad, when I was a DA, I made a recommendation that the judge didn't even follow and gave less time than I recommended. So I didn't give anybody a sweetheart deal. And now as a judge, all the cases she cited, every single one of them, I followed at least what the DA recommended and at least what the victim recommended in those cases. I've never come up short in any of that. She is lying to voters.
Well, Judge, this race is going to get a lot of attention. We'll be tracking it this week. And again, we invited your opponent on, and she was welcome to join us, but declined today. Judge Schimel, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.